So today, we're going to dive into the timeless wisdom of the 13th century poet Rumi. I mean, his words have been echoing through the centuries, and you know what? They offer some surprising clarity for our super complex modern world. So, what can we really learn from a voice that's almost 800 years old? Well, let's find out. We're going to kick things off with this really powerful idea that kind of forces us to rethink what silence actually means. In a world that is just nonstop noise, we tend to think of silence as, just empty space. But Rumi, he suggests it's the complete opposite. It's a space that's packed with deep, unspoken truths, all the thoughts and feelings that are maybe just too heavy for our day-to-day chats. And that brings us right to our first big idea, digging into the wisdom you find not just by being quiet, but by really cultivating this powerful silence inside of you.
Rumi lays out this really fascinating balance for us here. On one hand, speaking, engaging with other people, that's absolutely crucial for growth. It's how we learn and share. But on the other hand, real greatness, that deep inner strength, that's forged in solitude. He's basically saying that real character isn't built in the noise of the crowd, but in those quiet moments when you're all alone.
And this is where you really see the protective power of silence. I mean, think about our world, especially online, where everyone wants an instant reaction. Choosing not to speak can be this profound act of self-respect. It's about preserving your dignity and just refusing to get dragged into drama that doesn't matter.
This whole idea of inner strength, it's a perfect bridge to our next section, the journey of mastering your own inner world. And this might be the most challenging journey we can take, but it's also, by far, the most rewarding.
Okay, just take a second and really think about this. When life gets totally chaotic, where's the first place you look for some peace? Is it a vacation, a new job, maybe a different relationship? And look, it's such a human thing to do, right? We get this idea in our heads that peace is somewhere out there, like it's a destination we'll finally reach if we just change our circumstances or buy the right stuff or find the perfect person. But here's the kicker from Rumi. The peace we're all so desperately searching for, it isn't out there at all. It's already inside of us, just buried under all the noise of our own thoughts and the world's distractions. So the real work isn't about finding it, it's about uncovering it. So this slide, it kind of lays out a fundamental choice we all face. On the left, you've got the common path, this focus on adorning the body, our external appearance, how things look. But the wise path, the path of that inner peace we were just talking about, is all about cultivating character, our inner world of integrity and virtue.
Okay, so where do you even start with all this inner work? Well, it begins with humility. Real growth, real success. It's not about patting ourselves on the back for what we're good at. It's about having the guts to look in the mirror and honestly acknowledge our flaws. That self-awareness, that's the foundation for everything else.
All right, so we've spent some time looking inward. Now, let's shift our focus outward a bit to the complex, messy world of our relationships with other people.
Wow, I mean, what a beautiful and simple way to define true friendship, right? It's this powerful reminder that a real connection has nothing to do with what you can offer someone. It's about who's still standing there when you've got absolutely nothing left to give but yourself. It's a bond that goes way beyond status or money. And this is like a practical, no-nonsense guide for navigating our social lives. First up, choose your friends based on who they are, their character. Next, when it comes to enemies, don't see them with hate, but with an understanding of their ignorance. Third, and this is a big one, stop trying to force yourself into places you just don't fit. And finally, protect your family. Keep your issues in-house. Don't let outsiders get in the middle of it.
Now, this next one is a tough pill to swallow, but it is so important. Think about it. You could literally be an angel, do everything perfectly, be the kindest person on earth, and someone, somewhere, will still find a reason to criticize you. The takeaway? Focus on your own path, on your own character, because you will never be able to control what other people think.
Okay, let's move on. Our next section is all about what happens when the path gets tough. It's about faith, it's about resilience, and it's about finding meaning even when things are hard.
This is just such a beautiful metaphor for faith. And the logic behind it is so simple, but wow, is it profound. Rumi's basically asking, if there's this cosmic force that protects the most fragile things, like a bird sleeping on a branch, how could that same force possibly abandon you when you need help?
And this just completely flips the script on how we think about struggle. What if hardship isn't some kind of punishment? What if it's a wake-up call? A signal from the universe telling you it's time to stop coasting, to start paying attention, and to get serious about what you're here to do.
So, how do you get through that trouble? Well, he lays it out in a pretty clear two-step process. Step 1, you have to make a conscious choice to emerge from fear and despair. And step 2, you grab on tight to that rope of faith and trust, believing that something is guiding you through the storm.
All right, so for our final section, let's try to pull all of these incredible ideas together and ask the ultimate question that Rumi's wisdom really pushes us toward. What does it actually mean to live a good life?
You see, a life well lived, according to this wisdom, it's got nothing to do with status or fame or power. It's about building your character. It's about being a person of such integrity and kindness that just by being you, you become an inspiration to others. It's not measured by what you have, but by the positive example you set.
And we're going to end on this one last, really provocative question. It's so natural for us to worry about our loved ones, what will happen to our kids after we're gone, but Rumi turns that right back around and asks a much deeper, much more personal question. What will become of you? Beyond all the worldly stuff, have you prepared for your own ultimate journey? And that's a thought to carry with you.